So recently I uploaded a video about possible Scottish re-entry into the European Union, and many people here commented saying that an independent Scotland would be forced to accept the euro as the main currency as part of any future EU membership. Well, is this true? The answer is not a simple yes or no. Okay, let's look at the euro for a moment. The single currency has been, without a doubt, a controversial part of EU integration since it was launched almost 20 years ago, back in 2002. At the moment, 19 out of the 27 EU member countries are using the euro. 2 countries had negotiated opt-outs, those being the UK before it ended its EU membership, and the other is Denmark, while several countries do not currently fulfill the criteria for joining the euro area but are expected to do so in the future. Many of these countries joined the EU during the different stages of expansions in 2004, 2007 and 2013. As we get closer to the Scottish elections that are expected to take place in May 2021, and having independence at the centre of the discussions, the idea of what currency an independent Scotland would use will no doubt come into focus. It is technically correct to say that any country which joins the EU is expected to join the euro, although it isn't as clear-cut as you might expect. Convergence criteria is the term used by the EU when they're talking about how countries can join the bloc. New members to the EU are not actually required to join the single currency immediately upon entry, but they are expected to transition towards the adoption of the euro once they have met the so-called convergence criteria. Now, since 2004, 7 of the 13 countries who have joined the European Union have started using the euro. The convergence criteria laid out by the European Union describes a set of 5 economic and legal indicators that countries must first comply with. So according to the current text, it would look like Scotland would have to join the euro area. But wait, the SNP have said in the past that any country adopting the euro would first have to join the exchange rate mechanism for a period of about 2 years. Now, joining the ERM is entirely voluntary. Nobody has been forced to join the euro against their will. 3 countries have joined the EU recently and have not joined the euro at all. The exchange rate mechanism was initially set up to ensure that fluctuations in the exchange rate between the euro and the currencies of non-euro countries did not disrupt the economic stability of the European Union. So non-euro EU countries are able to peg their currency to the euro, and their currency value must fluctuate within certain boundaries, otherwise they would be rejected from the entire mechanism. This is something that happened in the UK back in 1992 and was known as Black Wednesday. So can you be part of the ERM and not join the euro? Well, it isn't that simple. European Union legislation stipulates that you may participate in the ERM as a non-euro country with an opt-out from the single currency. However, members are expected eventually to participate. At the moment, the only country in the ERM is Denmark. They have an opt-out clause. So in order to avoid joining the ERM, Scotland would have to negotiate an opt-out similar to that of Denmark's. I understand this is complicated, but please bear with me. So at the moment, the EU doesn't have a formal timetable for joining the euro, as it's up to member states to work towards alignment with the single currency. An interesting comment from the former head of the European Commission, Jean-Claude Juncker, said back in 2017, and I quote, "I have no intention of forcing countries to join the euro if they're not willing or able to do so." However, he restated that countries were expected to join unless they had a formal opt-out. One country Scotland could emulate regarding the currency, if they intend not to join it, would be Sweden. They are a member state, not part of the ERM or the euro. Also, the EU have not applied any pressure on them to join the single currency. So a number of options are available for an independent Scottish government: joining the euro, joining the ERM, or just staying out of both. Let me know in the comment section what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot. I want to say a big thank you to all of my patrons. you ensure that this channel continues to exist. I'm eternally grateful for all of your support. If you join Patreon, you will receive instant access to our Discord server, where we have both audio and video chats. You can chat with me and other patrons, where we discuss important and non-important issues. Becoming a patron per month costs about the same as a large coffee, so why not check it out?